Welcome to Coach Oge. So I read a comment on my recent video, and the person said, "Oh, thanks for your analysis, but try and put smile on the faces of your followers watching, liking your videos by giving them at least one stock. Not everyone has the amount you are requesting to join your group. As for me, joining your group soon, I remain your loyal fan. Thank you so much." Kingsley, whatever your name is, yes, I appreciate this comment, and yes, I don't take my followers for granted. Now, in as much as I want everybody to access the stock market, I want everyone to invest in the stock market. I think you also need to understand that I incur a lot of costs. People just think that you can quickly share your recommendations for free, and then they will quickly jump on it, make money, and that's all. But they don't look at how you have spent money. You don't look at the energy, the effort that you put into those recommendations. I have a lot of tools I use to analyze stock. I pay USD subscription on them. So this is not what I want to talk about. But then I have read your comments, and because of you, I would be sharing one free recommendation. So in this video, I want to talk about one hot Nigerian stock. This is a premium pick. Yes, this is actually a premium stock on glowfolio.com platform. But because of what she said, I felt I should just make one available. So I have a lot of premium recommendations on Glowfolio platform. So I decided to make this one that I posted on February 13th. This billionaire stock down 38% just flashed a strong buy. So this stock is still within the buy range. And I want to talk about this stock. And I want you, as my subscriber, my followers who doesn't have that money, to join my group. But let me give you access to one of my stocks. At least if you invest in them and you make money over time, at least you can have that confidence to save and join the group. So let's quickly talk about this stock. So one hot stock you should buy right now. Now, this stock is a G30 stock. That's the first thing I would say. It is a G30 stock. Now, G30 means Glowfolio Index, Glowfolio 30. Now, G30 Index is a selection of heavyweight stocks that are primed for capital appreciation. So I decided to call it G30 as a branded name, but they are selections from 30 most capitalized stock. I designed G30 basically for volume traders in my community, people that are looking to go big in my community, but they don't want to trade random stocks because of liquidity. So if you're coming to the market with 5M, 10M, 15M, 20M, 30, and you don't want to buy random stock, you want to buy a stock you can easily enter and exit, then G30 is for you. So this G30 stock is at the bottom. Remember, I just posted a video on my stock picking cheat code. And one of the secret code is to buy at the bottom of the market. So you're going to see exact demonstration of that bottom, what it means to buy a stock at the bottom, especially a good stock. And then it has a huge upside potential if price breaks the February 2025 high, meaning the stock is a buy right now. And I think that once price breaks 2025 high, then it's most likely going to retest its previous high. So before I tell you the stock, please read my disclaimer. The ideas shared in this video are based on my personal research and calculations. Kindly do your due diligence before you invest in this company stock. Now, please know that the stock market comes with a lot of risk due to uncertainties. And please, again, make sure you vet my recommendation based on your risk profile. So please, my disclaimer is here for you to read. Before you go ahead, make sure you align with whatever I am going to share with you. So what is that particular stock? That stock is this. I know you're excited. Don't worry, I'll tell you about the stock. Now, this particular company led the industry losses in 2024. Remember, if you follow my channel, if you follow my videos, you would already understand my trading style. I go for stocks that have suffered. I go for stocks that are at the bottom of the market because that is where the money is. When others are running, I am looking for gold. I am looking for gold so that when I buy them, especially stocks that have good fundamentals, stocks that are doing well, just because the people that are selling them out of fear, or I always say this: there's only one reason you buy a stock, and that's because you think the stock will go up. But guess what? There are multiple reasons why you sell a stock. Number one could be that the company is bad. Number two could be that you need money. Number three, you want to divest. Do you understand? So it is not every stock that goes through sell-off that are bad. Some might have gone through sell-off because the people that have invested in them need money, or some have sold them out of fear. So it is not every stock that is down that you would most likely be running away from. Do you know? Let me even share this secret. Do you know that every week I don't pay attention to weekly gainers? I go check weekly losers, because that's weekly losers. That's where there's opportunity. He that is down, fear no fall. Look for them at the bottom of the market. So I said this particular company led the industry losses in 2024, despite a rising finance cost. It was able to deliver marginal increase. But I think that management strategy to refinance and restructure debt is a big reason we could see improved financials in 2025 amidst elevated product prices. So it means this particular company has been benefiting from increase in product prices. But because of finance costs, remember from 2023 to 24, interest rates had been high, and yield on treasury bill on bond are also high. Recently, it started coming down. So I think that the moderation in yield will also help this company to manage its costs. In short, what the company is looking to do is to even restructure and refinance, meaning they want to push a bulk of their debts into long term and not short term. The company faces a major challenge, which is the fact that a bulk of their liability is actually sitting on short-term category instead of long-term, and that's not a good one. So the company I'm talking about is Dangote Cement. Dangote Cement. This is a heavyweight company. Dangote Cement has suffered extremely. Now, before I tell you more about Dangote Cement, let's do a brief rundown on the state of the market itself, so that you will see opportunities in Dangote Cement and why you have to quickly buy them now that it is still at the bottom of the market. Now, when you look at the market as a whole, the NSE All Share Index has actually touched a high of 105 basis points. Now, you can see that the market touched this level multiple times, like three times. You see the first test, second test, third test, and eventually the final test, the market eventually broke out. So when you see a market test a key level multiple times, it's telling you that very soon price may break out. So the first test was in February 2024, second test was in March 2024, and then the third test was in January 2025. And the following month, February, you can see that the market broke out with a single gain of 2.2% in a week. Yes. So if I come down to my daily time frame, you can see that this is the test. Now, after a breakout, it's normal for market to drop. It's normal for market to retest. So it's like break and retest. That's what we're seeing right now. So the index has broken and they were expecting a retest. Now, this retest we're seeing right here, it is very important for me because I am looking at two things. This retest, is it going to find a support? Sorry, this pullback, sorry, is it going to find support at this level? And if you look at it critically, this level is also a major region. When you look at the trend line that started from November 2022, first one, second one. So is the market going to respect this key level? Because this key level right here is acting as a touch point on this trend line. And remember, it was actually a previous resistance, now turned support. So if the market resumes from here, we're going to see a major uptrend. We're going to see a major uptrend on the NGS. So this is what I'm expecting right here. So I'm thinking this market will come here, touch here, and then from here, you could see market pick up again. So this is a confluence. We call this confluence. Confluence is where you have two or three indicators telling you, confirming that this particular area is a must watch. So first, you are seeing a market that's going to touch a key level, which was once a resistance, now turn support. And number two, we're also seeing a market that's going to touch another trend line. So this is like a touch point on trend line. And on trend line trading, the market seems to be very powerful, tends to react strongly on a third touch. I consider a trend line very strong once it's tested at least 3 times. So we see the first test, second test. So if the market is able to bounce off here, then expect the NGS or the market to continue its bull run. For those that join my community, they will remember very well, I talked about this key level, how the market will likely break out to reach. So in short, this overall bull run that we have seen, I projected it in the community, and a lot of us made money from this market. So the pullback you're seeing right here, the sell-off you're seeing in this market, please watch it, because for some it might be creating fear. Some of them might be selling and then they run away. But for you that are seeing this opportunity, this might be an opportunity for you to buy on deep. So this is like opportunity to buy on deep in the market. So watch this level critically. This might be a buy on deep. So let me call up my Fibonacci retracement and see what it's going to give me. Now, if you look at it again critically, now it's also a 50% retracement level. So that's a third confluence again. It's also a 50% retracement level. For those that understand technical analysis, or if you are coming from the forex class into stock market class, I think this shouldn't be strange. So we're seeing 50% Fibonacci level, key level acting as resistance, now turn support, also a trend line. So this is like a confluence right here. So if the market resume from here, we're going to see a big uptrend. So what should you be doing at this point is to look for a bottom pot stock, is to look for a good stock that has been sold, a good stock that market has ignored, a good stock that is flashing by, but people do not know that it's a buy. You know, one thing I tell people in my community is that there are some stocks that will give you a buy window. Some stock will give you 1 month, 2 month, 3 month buy window before they start going up. I can tell you multiple stocks that had given me buy windows before they pushed higher. Let me see if I can show you one of them, which was Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank gave us a long buy window. This is it here. For those that joined my ETC section, I showed them how Fidelity was a buy. Even on Greenfolio platform, I recommended it again. Now, Fidelity was a buy between June and September. So you had June, July, August, September, 4 months to buy Fidelity before it pushed higher. So you must learn how to spot buy windows in the stock market. There are stocks that will give you 1 week buy window, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Some can even give you five months buy window. So whenever you buy a stock and the stock is not moving, always understand whether that stock is within the buy window, because the moment the stock picks up, you may not be able to get it again. So whatever I'm sharing with you right here is actually an opportunity for you to buy the dip on the NGS market. That's the first one. Now, let's now go back to Dangote Cement. Remember, Dangote Cement is one of the stocks that suffered extreme sell-off last year. And because of, look at it here, Dangote Cement delivered a single month gain of over 100% from over 300 in January 2024, from 300 naira to reach a high of 740. Now, since then, the stock dropped from over 700 down to this key level right at 379. Now, this is something very striking. Dangote is testing a key level, a support level that was once a resistance. Look at it. This is a key level playing out again. This is resistance, now turn support. You can see how the stock rejected this level. So we call this a pin bar or hammer in candlestick pattern. So the stock got to this point. Look at the huge rejection, meaning the moment the stock dropped to 300, buyers stepped in immediately. And then the following week, we saw like an activity, like no, the market was just quiet. So it just did like 1%. And the following week, look at it here, Dangote did over 21%. Compare this dip right here, this is 16% and 21%. So this is like a huge recovery. So this is like a formation of what we call a bullish engulfing pattern, where a candle, a single candle engulf the previous candle. So it could be to the upside or downside. Now you can see that this single week, the market dropped by 16%. And the following week, the market went up by 21%. Now, if I expand this to a monthly time frame, you will see it play out here. In January, the market dropped by 17.71%. And in February, we saw the market pick up to do 21%. That's the first time the market is delivering a single month gain since January 2024. You'll notice this is a support level, which was previous resistance. The market has tested this as resistance, broke out. You can see in January, in a single month, Dangote Cement did over 138%. And right now, so this is a perfect definition of a bottom pot stock that had been beaten down and then is looking to pick up. Let's continue with my analysis. Now, this Dangote Cement. Now, we're going to subject Dangote Cement to our ETF check. I teach this ETF model in the ETC class. And here, I want to use that ETC model to analyze Dangote Cement and tell you why I have been buying Dangote Cement from the bottom of the market. Remember, if the stock is still within the buy window, I mop up. And remember my cheat code: 1, go for bottom pot stocks. And number 2, exercise patience. So let's go with the ETF model. First, economic and macro events. Now, Naira devaluation and increased transportation costs have contributed to the surging price of cement. Why is cement price going up? Naira devaluation, as well as increase in transport costs. Now, price of cement has moved from 3,500 naira in 2022 to a high of 10,000 naira per bag in 2025, representing over 185% growth. Now, let's do something. I actually use ChatGPT to trail the price of cement. So let me show you something very interesting here. So I asked ChatGPT to tell me, look at it here. So let's go up again. Okay, now, what is the historical price of a bag of cement in Nigeria in the last 3 years? Now, we are looking at economic events. Is Dangote Cement benefiting from economic events? What is the price of a bag of cement? Before you invest in the company stock, know what they sell. Know whether what they sell is an inelastic product, whether it's something that is needed. So understand the price. Is the price going up or coming down? Is the company benefiting? These are the simple questions you need to understand. So here, look at the feedback. Over the past 3 years, the price of a bag, 50 bag of cement, 50 kg bag of cement in Nigeria has experienced significant fluctuations due to various economic factors. Here's an overview of the historical pricing. Early 2022, the price of a 50 kg bag of cement was approximately 3,500 naira. Mid to late 2022, prices increased to around 4,700 to 4,800, influenced by a rising cost of raw materials like limestone, clay, and gypsum. Can you see right here? You can see the rising cost of raw materials. Now, early 2023, cement prices were approximately 4,500 naira per bag. Throughout 2023, prices continue to rise, reaching up to 5,000 naira per bag in some regions by mid-year. That's mid-2023. Early 2024, the price of cement ranged between 3,500 to 4,500 per 50 kg bag, depending on the brand. Yes, that's the cement itself. Now, mid to late 2014, 2024, price surged significantly with some brand reaching 10,000 to 14,000 per bag. Now, early 2025, February 25, recent reports indicate that Elephant's Supersets Portland limestone cement is priced as 10,000 per bag, while Lafarge waterproof cement is priced 10,500. So this is just the cement industry in general. Now, these price changes have been attributed to factors such as Naira devaluation, increased production and transport costs, and economic policy affecting the manufacturing sector. So overall, when you look at economic events, always ask yourself who is benefiting. Is this company benefiting from this macro event? So you can see how we move from 3,500 in 2022 to 10,000 in 2025. Now, considering surge in demand for housing, activities in real estate sector, I think would continue to see more requests from various quarters. So if you look at real estate sector was actually dubbed one of the biggest in last year, and the fact that there's surge in construction activities going on right now, people are building service apartments, road maintenance. In short, the demand is quite high, the budget and everything. So I think the company will continue to benefit from macro events. That's the first one. macro events. And if you look at the recent products, the 3X Bank Dangote Cement bag, that's one of the highest selling so far. Let's look at the technical check. Dangote Cement has just bounced off a major key level that had acted as resistance in September 2023. I just showed you that right here. In September 2023, this was a major key level right here. And then what happened? The company broke out and then bounced. So from the dip that started in February to, you can see from February last year down to January, Dangote Cement has been going down successively from January. You can see the red, red, red. And then the first time we're going to witness an uptick in over at least 11 months was in February, and it delivered 21%. And this happened at a major key level that was worse a resistance. Key level is critical for me in the stock market. Look at how I've marked key levels on Dangote Cement. Simple. Key level makes life easier for anybody. When you track key level like this, you can, these are area of demand and supply in the market. These are area, like for instance, look at the high. So if Dangote Cement is to resume its uptrend and the fundamentals are okay, definitely it's going to retest the previous high of over 700. So on technical analysis, the stock has just bounced off a major key level, a sign that selling pressure might be over. So if you look at the selling pressure we have witnessed since February to date, so this uptick here is telling me that this selling pressure might be over. And considering the fact that the uptick in February was even higher than the 17% dip witnessed in January. So that's the bullish engulfing pattern, which means that the downtrend on this stock might be coming to an end. Remember, when you buy a bottom pot stock, you have to wait for a sign that there's a recovery. And this is exactly what I mean. Wait for a sign that there's a recovery. And one of the signs of recovery is that, number one, the stock must bounce off a key level. Now, I tag a region key level when it has been tested multiple times, number one, when it was also rejected after a major run. Look at how the stock moved from 220 to reach a high of, so this was a major key level, this is also a major key level. After a major run, that area where the stock staged a reversal automatically is dubbed a key level. So you can see how technical analysis is picking Dangote Cement right now. Now, in January, it dipped by 17.7%, but staged a recovery with 21.83%. So we call this a bullish engulfing pattern. So you can see one, ETF, E model, a past economic events. Then the T model is staging reversal at a key level. And then the final one is the F model, which is fundamentals of Dangote Cement. Now, if you look at the recent financials of Dangote Cement, let's go to Nigerian Stock Exchange website right here. So you see here, what you most likely be seeing on Dangote Cement is the full year results. The full year results 2024. That's the 12-month result of Dangote 2024. So let me drill down. All right, this is it here. So this is the full year result of Dangote Cement. You can see from January to December 2024 against January to December 2023. But guess what? I don't use full year. If you want to be one of those that enter early on a stock, please ignore full year results. I'm sharing something that is only exclusive to ETC students. You don't use full year results. If you want to get in early, you will miss the opportunity. So some of you that are looking at Dangote Cement like this and saying, oh, year end, or maybe your broker. I received multiple reports of brokers sending out year end results. This is not good for traders. It is only investors that use this year-end results. If you are a trader, go deep down. I teach all this in my ETF course. There are things I won't share because they are only exclusive to my ETF students. But just know this, you don't use year-end result for trading. If you use year-end result for trading, you will only buy stock at the top. You will only buy stocks that have moved. That's all. So if you look at this result here, I won't use this result. Even if it display a dip, even if I saw revenue dip from 2.2 down to, I still would go deeper because it is in the deeper search that you will know whether the company is benefiting from economic events or not. 12 months is too long for me to sit down and be waiting as a trader. Now, even though we saw an improved revenue from 2.2 to 3.5, gross profit 1.2 to 1.9, profit from operating activity 734 to 1.1, and then profit before tax, 553 to 73, 542, and then profit for the year improved from 455 to 543. So the first question is, why did Dangote stock dump like this despite the improved performance? Why? That's another question you want to ask yourself. Now, here's what I do. I will now go deeper into searching what the Q4 result is. What is the Q4 result of Dangote? What's the Q4? The Q4 result of Dangote is between October to December. I am interested in the most recent period of the company, not full year. Most recent quarter of that company would help you know what is happening. It will show you the recent event. It will tell you whether the company is benefiting from recent event or not. If a company is to turn its fortune around, it will first reflect in its quarterly results. So Dangote delivered a solid FY 2024, fine. But let's look at the Q4 2024. Revenue went from 700 billion to 1 trillion, up by 42%. Profit before tax jumped to 326 billion from 149. That's by 118%. That means Dangote profit before tax jumped by 118%. Profit after tax surged to 224 billion from 178. That's up by 25%. A notable improvement on the Q4 EPS was an increase from 10.3 to 13.2, representing 27%. So full year EPS of Dangote is 29.74. And when you look at the PE ratio of 17, that should push the stock. So 29.74 times 17 should push the stock to 500 naira. So my minimum valuation for Dangote is that the stock should be selling above 500 naira for now. Where is Dangote Cement? Dangote Cement is selling at 480. I think it's even on full offer. That's even interesting thing right now. The stock is on full offer. And many of you are used to running away from a stock that is on full offer. And this is the kind of stock I buy from the bottom. I buy them gradually. I buy them. So while you are going to the market, you are dumping them. In short, many of you are even selling because it's on full offer. I am one of those people who are buying from you, and I'm mopping up gradually, gradually. This is my ETF analysis on Dangote Cement, from macro events to technical down to fundamental. So my question is, are you going to buy Dangote Cement at the bottom of the market? Yes, I am buying Dangote Cement gradually. So as the stock is resting at the bottom, I am one of the people that are buying them at the bottom. And there's a lot of things happening on Dangote Cement stock as a whole. Now, a lot of you would go back and say, oh, Dangote Cement is carrying a lot of debts. The finance cost is high. The current debt is high. Hey, calm down. I am not an investor in Dangote Cement. I am trading Dangote Cement. So look at the liability of Dangote Cement. Let's look at something right here. Now, look at the liability here. So you will see that the current liability of Dangote Cement, total current liability of Dangote Cement is sitting at 2.5, up from 1.6. And then total non-current liability is sitting at 1.6, up from 600. Now, this is not a good sign because this company is carrying more of short-term debt than long-term debt. So when a company's short-term liability is far higher than long-term liability, it's like a pressure. The company is under obligations to pay up at least this short-term liability that is expiring in less than 12 months, because the company had issued multiple commercial paper, and the bulk of this is coming from financial liability. If you go check note to account, that's where you will see commercial paper as one of the contents of this financial liability. So what is Dangote doing to make sure that they move this money down to non-current liability? Non-current liability are those ones that extend beyond a year. Some can go into 3, 4, 5, 6 years, while current liability is less than a year. So what is Dangote doing to move this short-term liability of 1.2 into long-term, so that the pressure on its balance sheet will be reduced? The company is actually looking to issue a bond. So on Nairametrics, right here, you see Dangote Cement secure board approval to raise bond. There's a difference between bonds and commercial paper. Commercial paper is for short term, meaning when you issue a commercial paper, you're supposed to settle your holders in less than a year, 270 days. That should be. But in bond extends beyond a year. So this is like the company trying to clear all its short-term obligations and then move the debt into longer periods. So this is like debt restructuring and debt refinancing. So Dangote Cement has announced that its board has approved plans to raise medium to long-term debts funding from the domestic capital market to improve its financial structure and support ongoing operation. You can see here. So they want to raise long-term funding. The idea is once they raise this money, they will use it to clear short-term debts. Now, by clearing short-term debt, the pressure on their liability, the pressure on the company financial will be reduced to a large extent, and that will give the company opportunity to breathe. Do you understand? So, opportunity to breathe and for management to plan. So, this for me already answers that question. For anyone that is saying, oh, the company is carrying long-term debt, remember, I am trading. And now, from what I see, technically, this stock is sitting at the bottom of the market. So, if you are wondering if this is a stock you should buy, I think you should start accumulating Dangote Cement right now because this is a perfect example of a bottom pot stock. So this is the kind of stock I share in my community. Now, when you come here, this is when I recommend Dangote Cement, February 13, 2025, right here. So you can see the name Dangote Cement. You can see right here, fundamental analysis help you to spot good stocks to buy, but good stocks are not necessarily the best buy. If you doubt, go and ask people who bought Dangote Cement at 600. You need to know when to buy a stock at the perfect time. So for my analysis here, I shared everything about Dangote Cement, and then I mentioned the Q3 results. So you could just, if you're a member of the community, go read up this analysis on Dangote Cement and then look at my buy range. My buy range of Dangote Cement is between 474 to 520, and Dangote Cement is still within this range. And I have a risk level of 350 to 400. I'm targeting close to 570 to 620. So this is a free stock I'm offering to everybody that has been following me on YouTube. So if you're looking for one stock to buy right now, I just shared one stock. You should start buying, start building um position on early enough to quickly get in. You know, one funny thing is that once a stock start picking up, that's when the media talks about it. And if you buy a stock when it's mentioned on media, you are a late comer. So if you want to make money in this market, you have to get that early advantage to know when to enter the market. This is exactly what I share in Glofolio community. I help my members get in early. I help my members buy stocks at the bottom of the market. That's all about Dangote Cement. If you're looking to join our community, go to glofolio.com/subscribe, pick a plan that works for you, and then you join. We have a lot of stocks. In short, we are hosting our March webinar this Sunday, and I plan to share a lot of insights, a lot of opportunities in the market. As the market is going down, I have marked my key level. I have marked various regions that I expect the market to bounce back. Once I see a bounce, there are stocks I'm going to mention that I want everybody to key in, and they are selling at the bottom of the market. When you buy at the bottom of the market, it will be difficult for you to lose money in the stock market. Why? Because when you buy at the bottom, the stock has already experienced a sell-off. So the question is, who is selling a stock that is already at the bottom? He that is down, fear no fall. So if this is the first time you're watching my video, if this is the first time you're coming to my YouTube channel, can you hit the subscription button, turn on the notification bell so that when you release insightful videos like this, you'll be among the first to get notified. Thank you and God bless.